Welcome to Rightside Radio. You guys, it's Thursday. We're excited for Thursday. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. We have a great show for you today.
Not a bad one.
No, a great one.
When is it not great?
JP?
We've done some better shows than, some days it's like life. Some days it just hits and everybody's on all cylinders. Yesterday you were kind of off, JP.
I was.
And now today I'm kind of off because I didn't sleep at all.
You're not off.
Abs is on.
You are not off.
You're going to carry the show.
Oh, no.
Look at her.
No, we're all together, guys.
I got 8 hours of sleep and I ate. So.
Oh, dear. Watch out, everybody.
Today. Yeah.
Well, I did bring my meal replacement shake that does have creatine in it, and my brainicle is already on fire. So
you might have to share that, especially with JP.
By the way,
y'all
should have seen me last night at like 9:30 in a Publix with nobody. I was one of like 2 people in there before they closed.
Were there any cute girls?
Produce section?
Come on.
Actually, may have been one. Anyway,
okay. All right.
But I was in there with a hoodie and sweatpants, and I got melatonin gummies and Propel.
That's what you got.
Yeah, but it was
JP.
It was quite the scene.
We probably need to take you shopping.
Did you look homeless?
Yeah, I was. What's funny is I had my hoodie like tight, like you could see like this part of my face, and the checkout lady was like, "You staying warm?" And I was like, "Trying to."
And she's like, "Are you about to rob us?"
Yeah,
because you look sketch.
I needed my 30 milligrams of melatonin to put me out.
30 milligrams?
Oh yeah,
JP.
Like a light.
You know, if you take that for too long, your body stops producing melatonin, and then you can never go to sleep on your own.
I know, but I only do it to get back right.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense because I have my magnesium L-threonate, and I'm that specific about it. There are the blocks that are chewables you can only take on the weekends because it knocks you out. You need these, or during the week, just a little pill form that
I need.
Like I wake up clear, but I've slept. So yeah, I get it. There are some where you just need to get back right.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, Force Factor. So they're not a sponsor, but yes. Yeah, get the chewable. They're at Walgreens.
Okay. So
game changer.
Well, you'll just you took it last night. You're back on track. You'll be good.
I'm better back on. Yeah.
Maybe 2 nights.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. But yeah, it was nobody in there in the Publix except me.
I just do meth just to get back on track.
Ignore. It's fine.
No big deal.
I'm safe.
But you do seem better, so I'm happy.
It has
Mom
been
was
a
worried
very
about you yesterday.
month.
I mean, yeah, it's just there's been a lot going on.
Like what did Chris call it? Chronic stress. I think that's what we're finally rounding the corner. But just everybody, so you know, it's been very stressful.
Well,
and yet here we are,
rounding the corner into the Christmas season. It's just a cruel joke.
This year flew by. It's pretty crazy.
Which, can I confess a Christmas movie that I'd never seen? That I bet you all have seen.
Are we going to judge you?
Yeah, you may.
Okay. Go ahead and say it.
Okay. Do you guys like the movie The Polar Express?
Oh my goodness.
You had never.
That's my favorite.
Okay. I had avoided the Polar Express like the plague because the only part I'd ever seen were the children looking for their golden ticket.
Yeah.
And that weird guy on top and strange things.
Why was that a
because it's scary.
Starter for you?
I never sat down long enough to watch it. Now I'd watch all the others with the kids, but that's the one I didn't. Well, it was on last night. Chris was doing arranging of new weights and benches and junk downstairs. And I'm like, it is too cold. I am not going down there. Okay. So I'm watching the Polar Express like I'm 7. It is awesome.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I had no idea what a good movie
My whole family hates it. Like, that's a scary movie. So I have to watch it alone every year.
What is
they hate it's
what's scary about it? I don't
the cartoon style,
it is weird.
The style that because what's it called with the people that have like all the balls on them and they turn their actual human movements into a cartoon?
Oh,
like it's that style. So it's kind of spooky at times, but no, best soundtrack.
Oh,
like
love the soundtrack.
It's amazing.
I cried.
It's a great movie.
Okay,
I know, but
you
I cried
went a little far.
Well, I cried for a different reason.
You're not a crier, but I think
when
that's
I'm stressed,
2 days in a row that you've cried.
Yes, it's stress. But this one was, I cannot believe I didn't watch this with my kids. Oh my goodness, no more little kids. Like I have grandkids, but no, like we're done. Like, oh my gosh, that it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And then I was like, wow, I'm a loser for not liking this movie until yesterday.
I'm so glad you said that.
So
Everybody in my circle hates it.
I think it's great.
I think it's kind of a classic. I remember when the kids were little, McWayne used to do, the McWayne Center would do Polar Express. Like you'd show up in your pajamas and we would always try and get tickets, but they sold out so quick. And so we never really went. But that's probably not my favorite Christmas movie.
What's your favorite? It's not my favorite, but it's wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
It's what we're going to watch tonight. We've got to finish decorating. We did half before Thanksgiving, which we've never done before. So at Thanksgiving, we had the Thanksgiving wreaths on the columns outside, but then we had the Christmas tree up in the living room and it was kind of weird. So tonight we're finishing it. Jared will pull for Christmas Vacation.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's just like that signals Christmas. I will pull for, I think I like Home Alone 2 better.
Do you?
Second one's the better.
I think I like the second one better.
So? Okay.
But that is kind of like, okay, it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite.
I love the Home Alone series. Love it. Now, here's a little known one. You probably know this one as well. Chris loved watching with the kids. He was the read the books, put them to bed when he was home because when he worked a lot when they were little. Prep and Landing. Did you ever watch that?
Mm-mm.
Never even heard of it.
Okay, I'll have to send you a link. It's
Is that
old.
the name of their
It's Prep and Landing?
Are those
and it's
people?
It's just 20. It's a quick one. Like it's one of those the night that they show a bunch of short, like old fashioned claymation,
yeah.
and it's not that
Like
old
Rudolph?
fashioned. Yeah, it's on that night, and they'll show Prep and Landing as one of the 21 days of Christmas. But they loved that one too.
Is it Little Elves?
Yeah.
See,
But
that stuff's creepy. to
I'm a
me.
Home Alone girl.
Yeah.
Myself.
See,
Or Vacation.
Polar Express is the most nostalgic one for me because that was my favorite growing up. Another one too would be the claymation elf, or not elf, excuse me, Rudolph.
Yes.
And
I love that.
but if we're talking like favorite in terms of like makes me laugh, enjoyable watch, my two would probably be Elf and Christmas Vacation.
I did
No,
watch
Elf
the end
is
of Elf.
Elf is genuinely funny.
Do you know what my favorite part? What is your favorite part of Elf?
I think the day he goes with his dad to work, and he's in
That's
like
good.
the turf coat, and he's like, yeah, it's the best.
No, I like the fight when the fake Santa shows up.
That's
I
good,
like
too.
the fight scene where the Legos go everywhere. And he's like, you smell like beef and cheese. You sit on a throne of lies.
That's
Yeah.
great.
It's good. He's
when
so
he's
funny.
when he's been drinking too much in the mailroom.
Yeah.
That is
They're
good.
dancing.
That is good.
But there are so many good scenes. I like the beef and cheese. I think that got quoted quite a bit around the house.
There are days, y'all. This is radio. I've been trying out the natural deodorant trend, and Abs has been with me on this journey for
Yes, I
like
have.
3 years. So a lot of times I'm like, oh my God, I smell like beef and cheese.
No, you don't.
I need to start over.
She said that to me off air last week, and I was like, natural deodorant, isn't that just no deodorant?
Isn't that those people in Europe?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I mean, there are things you can do, but it's really just not helpful. I found one that works.
Are you worried about aluminum?
Yeah. You can't have the aluminum in your armpits.
No.
You stuff up all those pores and then,
Ooh.
yeah. So, and then you really smell like, throw some onions on the beef and cheese, scattered, chunked, and diced.
Yeah, no, you don't smell like beef and cheese, Allison. I would tell you.
Would you? Would you?
I would just I would figure out a way to say it without saying it.
What's that smell in the studio today?
Ooh, that smell.
Okay, anyway, I didn't plan to tell the whole world that.
Okay, well,
Primally Pure is the only one that works.
to
if you're-
Thank you.
segue us to the break, I did add a new sound effect.
Afuera!
Yay!
Nice.
It's back.
That's
Well,
good.
Can we also use afuera when we're talking about one of our things in the montage today?
Oh yeah, of course. That's why we have it.
Okay.
Afuera!
Okay.
I don't even know what that is.
One of the stories we're about to cover when we come back from break.
I don't think I sent any in. Did I send any in?
Yeah.
I may have dropped the ball last night because
Oh,
I was
no, you
out
sent
at the
several in.
Christmas. Oh, I did.
It was like 10:30 last night, like right after
Oh.
I crashed and I woke up and I saw. So
When
yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Girl, I need to get you some magnesium L-threonate.
Okay. At the break, you tell me where to get
Okay,
it.
I will.
Okay. Yeah. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And we've had a couple of requests. I put them in the text line, but let me tell you one more time. And actually, JP and I were talking about this today, as were Allison and I, when we all collaborated before the show. We may have show notes for you today, but I can't promise that. Okay. I'm just going to be real loosey-goosey with the promise on show notes.
What does show notes mean?
Well,
Amy
show
Beth?
notes mean that I'll put magnesium L-threonate, not the mag citrate. That's what my
It's
husband
not
gives
thronate.
you. It's not the thronate. It's not just the plain old magnesium
It's not
supplement.
glycinate.
It's not the glycinate either, which all of those are real good. Okay. But I want y'all to go to the store and get you some magnesium L-threonate. Okay.
What does that do?
R-E. Come on, let's do it again.
O-N-A-T-E.
Okay. It's that long. You can find it at any drugstore, Walmart, wherever. They have a chewable kind. That's my weekend if I really need to sleep.
Because it really works.
Or you can get magnesium L-threonate, just a capsule. I only take one. They recommend 3. I do not do 3. I can't.
Why? What happens?
I'm super sensitive to taking anything at all, ever. So I only take 1, even though the recommended dose is 3. But it helps with clarity, it helps with focus, and it helps sleep. And do you remember when I took it when we were on our other show and our friend asked what happened? I was like, I slept for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
So magnesium L-threonate, and I learned about it from a GYN. She's famous now, Mary Claire Haver, talked through what women were taking and supplements that she recommended. And then I did some research. It is amazing for me. It is excellent. It's in some of the brain health supplements. Mine was to sleep and to maintain brain health. And I hope that it will help you like it has helped me. But it's just over the counter. It is not expensive. I'm not a doctor. I know just enough to be irreverent and dangerous. I'm just telling you what has worked for me. And occasionally Chris will take it in when he needs to sleep.
Pretty sure
really helps.
everybody needs magnesium. I think it's one of the things, kind of like vitamin D, especially this time of year. Vitamin D. If you don't take vitamin D supplements in the winter, most of us, I make a point to get out during the summer. Vitamin D and magnesium, I think Americans are chronically deficient in both. And I think they're both very important. But you're right. There's several different types that do different things on a cellular level. So maybe look into that. But
yeah, it's Magtine is going to be on all the L-threonates, and you'll know that, okay, this is the one. This is it. Now you may want to take the other ones. I don't know anything about those. I switched when I found out this lady recommended it, and it worked immediately. So I hope that helps. And remember, I'm not a doctor. I'm a mom. Okay. Just trying to make it.
You're an advocate for yourself and your health, and that's good. But just PSA, you're saying start with like a low dose?
Yes, ma'am.
You don't knock yourself out.
Don't knock yourself out. The chewable thing is real chewable if you've got tooth situations going on. I'm just being honest because you chew them and you go, well, that's something. Just take the tablet. Just one tablet.
Have you ever tried that Alpha Brain, like the gum that you chew? That's like nootropic.
Oh, my daughter was
nootropic gum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does that mean mushrooms? What does that mean?
No, I'm pretty sure nootropic is just like a neurological. Let me look it up. Nootropic meaning
like it messes with your brain.
It's just a drug used to enhance memory or other cognitive functions.
Okay.
So I constantly would see it on Joe Rogan. His is Alpha Brain. It's very expensive, but I've always wanted to try it at least once because
maybe somebody will sponsor us. And
we should do that during a show. We should all chew a piece of Alpha Brain.
I don't think we would like me on Alpha Brain. I would get real loopy.
Well, you don't know. I think it locks you in and makes you focus.
Wow. But see, that's the problem. Drugs work the opposite on me. We found that out for me in high school when I'd had to have some surgery.
I thought you were going somewhere.
Yeah, no.
Else with that.
Like,
we're not that,
so
point in
I can't take anything.
Like
really.
The medicine they give you to put you out.
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to give me extra because I'm like,
it doesn't work?
That did.
Oh, it works on me. I got videos of me after wisdom teeth that are quite hilarious.
Are they hilarious?
Yeah.
Or, for example, if you took a medicine, it was supposed to help you sleep afterward or for pain, the black box warning might be that it may make you really, really depressed, which it did for me. And it was one of those rare things. And so from then on, I was like, all right, I can't. Tylenol and Advil, that's about as crazy as I get, which is why magnesium L-threonate has been significant in my life. So
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm
Do we
real
have
sensitive.
Any other texts?
We do have some text. 833-687-4448. Let us know your thoughts on the text line. Adam from Athens says, there are only 2 Christmas movies worth watching, Christmas Vacation and Die Hard.
I love Die Hard.
That's such a. Is it really a Christmas movie? I mean,
Oh,
I know we
gosh.
do that every time,
It's a
but
whole debate.
I've actually never seen Die Hard.
Allison
Wow.
Sinclair.
Girl, you had never seen Polar Express,
right,
and
I'm
you have
sorry.
4
I'm
kids.
sorry.
So don't come at me. Cash me outside.
How about that?
Yeah, never seen Die Hard. So I'm genuinely asking. I don't know if it's a Christmas
Watch
movie.
It takes place on Christmas. So
Adam thinks it's a Christmas movie.
I love Die Hard.
it's one of the stupidest debates. I hate it. It's like, it's just something people like to talk about because they want attention or something.
Yeah, it just happens at Christmas, but
cares?
just watch it because it's fun.
It's a great movie. It takes place on Christmas in the movie. So I guess you can call it a Christmas
Did
movie.
you see the whole series?
There's lots of guns and stuff, right?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. Hence the
I
name
guess
Die Hard.
Yeah.
It's a great movie. I haven't watched the whole series. I have seen Die Hard, though.
Watch all of them. They're good.
Cameron from Decatur also says, by the way, Merry Christmas from the Santa Cam, who definitely does not sit on a throne of lies or smells like beef and cheese. And then he's got a picture. I don't know if Cameron is the Santa. I think Cameron is saying he's the Santa in this picture.
Oh.
So I guess Cameron is a Santa guy.
No way. Wait.
Is that
No.
real? Is he Santa?
Are you serious?
And he said, Merry
Santa?
Christmas
Is that you?
from Santa Cam. So Cam is Santa.
Okay, look at.
What
Hold
a
on.
doll.
We were just talking about that we need Christmas decorations for the studio, and those little snowflakes are
Why don't we get those
we need to do that.
and hang them like it's a kindergarten classroom?
Oh, I did those like crazy.
Do you have any
And
left
look
over?
at that. That little girl looks like an angel.
Doesn't she though?
Yeah.
He looks like legit Santa.
Yeah. Cameron, that's you. I'm impressed.
Impressed.
And look at those buttons.
Mm,
Those are fancy buttons.
Yeah.
Wow.
real impressed. I love how active we are on the text line already.
Yeah, I
You
know.
go,
Wait,
Right Side Radio fam.
if Die Hard, Adam says, if Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, then neither is Home Alone.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
It's good.
Huh. All right. I'm gonna have to watch it now. On the other side, montage, and we'll get into some news.
Yes.
And then who knows what else will happen today. Stick around and you will find out. We'll be right back.
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. That has become my new favorite bump right there. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
All right.
That's awesome.
It made the cut.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Are they changing each day?
Well, you missed his R&B hip hop introduction yesterday. Yeah.
I accidentally put that one in.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wait, how did I miss it?
Because
was I not here?
She was downstairs.
Yeah, you were. It was right before. It was the second to last segment of the day.
Also,
and you came in like 2 minutes after the segment.
Everybody should know that Allison's being Bob the Builder today and hanging things up and just.
Oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
I think it looks
look
good.
So thank you, Allison.
Yeah, I think it looks.
Thank you. Looks good. Looks nice. Thank you.
What are those? Do you think those are roads?
What?
Are they?
Oh, they're roads. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. We got a lot of.
I was thinking it's like river.
I see it.
No, I see 65 and 20.
Okay.
Anywho,
let's
get going.
Let's montage it, man.
Oh yeah, it is montage time, which means I gotta tell you about attorney Stan McDonald, who is a partner at the law firm of Wilmer and Lee out of Huntsville. He's a 30-year veteran in the practice of law. And not only will Stan advocate and fight for your legal needs and rights, but he has been an absolute warrior for causes near and dear to our Rightside ruffian community. Attorney Stan McDonald has represented his clients in literally thousands of real estate transactions over the years. And when Stan McDonald is on your side, you have no greater friend. And likewise, your adversary will have no greater foe. So attorney Stan McDonald, here's his phone number, 256-533-0202. That's 256-533-0202. And tell him you heard about it on Rightside Radio. And no representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers. And now it's time to stand by for news.
For news.
Can you shed any light on why the fraud got so out of control in Minnesota?
I think what happened is that, when you have these kind of new programs that are designed to help people, you're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate.
Obviously, whatever the ethnic group, the actions of a few dozen should not impugn an entire community of thousands of people.
Come see Columbus, Ohio, fraud investigators. If you go to the government-assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say about 80% of the government-assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians. And the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
Of all liberation struggles and the movements that seek a world of justice, equality, and peace, that seek to dismantle the United States, I hope you seek to dismantle the United States. And if that isn't your politics, okay?
Tonight, new information. According to a source familiar with the incident, the two survivors climbed back onto the boat after the initial strike. They were believed to be potentially in communication with others and salvaging some of the drugs. Because of that, it was determined they were still in the fight and valid targets. A JAG officer was also giving legal advice.
And it happened January 5th, 2021. A mysterious person covered from head to toe placed pipe bombs outside both the Democratic National Committee and Republican National Committee here in our nation's capital. We don't know the suspect's name or anything about this person other than the fact this is a male that was living in Northern Virginia, arrested at some point within the last 90 minutes, now in federal custody.
Well, save the Coke.
Fisherman tried to save the Coke.
Literally the ticker.
Is it wrong if I say maybe one of the guys' names alleged? I'm just kidding. I was going to make up a name. Never mind.
Of the two guys that were trying to save the Coke.
Save the Coke.
Hey, the boat was just blown up. We escaped death, but I'm going back. I guess because you're going to die if you lose the Coke.
Yeah,
anyway.
You're going to die. Yeah, you're going to die. I mean, Do you realize what that says about the people that would target them for not getting the Coke that they were supposed to bring to us?
Yeah.
Ruthless, brutal. And they tried to save the Coke. Save the Coke.
What, if I may, on that story, it's pretty insane because the Washington Post has been running with these two anonymous sources say Pete Hegseth said, quote, kill them all. And they were clinging on the side of the boat and they were fighting for their lives, and they were just innocent, Venezuelans.
Waving the white flag.
Innocent Venezuelans who just want to go back home to their family. And Hegseth said, kill them all. And it's a war crime. And Hegseth should be, executed for his crimes against humanity. And then ABC, of all places, as you know, the conservative ABC, said, no, actually, they were back on the boat. They were coordinating to continue have somebody else come get the coke and continue its trek to the U.S. That's a bit different than what the Washington Post was trying to say. So, yeah, if ABC of all places is having to fact check the Washington Post, it's hilarious.
That's rich.
So, yeah, the whole war crimes, all of our legal analysts say that Hegseth committed war crimes. It's like, no, it's ridiculous. But that just shows how much they're grasping at straws with everything.
But that makes me nervous because why are they all of a sudden fact checking anything? Why not run with it? I mean, is it a liability thing where they're like, we don't want to get sued? Trump sues everybody and he wins.
I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a liability thing. And I think if it was known that ABC had these sources and didn't disclose them or tell the story, then they probably would have been in a lot of trouble.
Now, it was CBS that he just won a lawsuit against, or was it ABC? CBS, right?
CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think they've all been put on notice and they'll be on their best behavior for a while. But I do think it's rich that one's fact checking the other, since they haven't bothered to check a fact in about 10 years.
I mean, they've really honed in on Hegseth, though. So I think that shows he's doing a good job because there's the signal gate, all of he went through, I think, the most contentious confirmation process. Vance literally had to break the tie. And now this, that's a target for them. I think that shows he's doing a good job.
The sewer is alive and well.
He's 100% a Christian nationalist. So we're going to totally take him out. He was very adamant in that cabinet meeting of the way things went down, that he was not giving that directive, that whoever was in charge had the total authority to make that call. And he stood behind him, which is awesome. I mean, people are taking you down. You could easily throw your guy under the bus and be like, I'm going to talk to him. I don't know what. The chain of command is flowing well until you get to the Democrats, who then want to say, and has anything happened with that? I haven't seen an update on sedition or Mark Kelly, them calling him in, or have we gotten anywhere?
No.
How quickly we forget.
That's so interesting. Yeah, I heard somebody last night suggest that Hegseth would be one of the first to go, but
what do you mean first to go?
That they were just kind of postulating and trying to figure out how long can this guy hang on with all the scrutiny that he faces.
I see what you're saying. Like he would leave himself.
He would leave, but I don't think so. I think he is doing a darn fine job. He is not one of the chosen ones, and that's why we need him there. He's fearless. He has a profound sense of right and wrong. And that is not something that's easy to discover in DC.
Yeah.
So I think it's interesting, but I do believe that ABC fact checking, was it WAPO?
Yeah, WAPO.
They just don't want to get sued. So hopefully, and I was looking earlier today to see if the Washington Post had retracted any of their story.
Pretty sure they're doubling
They
down.
better consider, Trump doesn't care. He doesn't care. I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
So what are traditional rules of engagement? And our Huntsville military people can tell me, because I don't know. But if you're in a fight, say you're in a urban street fight, and I'm thinking of Mogadishu just because Mike Durant's podcast with Sean Ryan came out today, actually. So everybody needs to go check that out. I can't wait to watch it. If they surrender or look like they're giving up, you're supposed to just take them as prisoners. And, you've killed all their buddies. But if they are like, I give up,
well,
what do you do? And how do you do that when you're on a boat that's exploded in the middle of the ocean?
The main question has been, what do you like? Are we at war with these cartels? the main argument I've seen from actual like legal analysts who are, saying that this was a crime instead of like, the stupid liberals who are just screaming war crime. The main argument I've seen is, this wasn't a war crime. This was plain murder because we're not at war with, these drug boats or these, who can confirm that they're actually carrying drugs or whatever. So that's been the main crux of, are we actually at war with these people? Because it's not a war crime. If you're actually at war and you try to take them all out with one strike, there's maybe one or two left, another strike, that's completely legal from what I can see. So the main question has been, oh, we're not actually at war with these people. So this was just plain murder. Did Trump not declare war on Tren de Aragua? Mm-hmm. So is Tren de Aragua not a paramilitary cartel that is actively bringing drugs to America? It seems so flimsy to me to try to say we're not, because, but Congress didn't declare war. I don't know. It's silly to me. If Trump declared war on Tren de Aragua and they are actively bringing drugs to America, then I think that's fair to say we're at war. So there has not been a solid argument to say that a double tap or whatever is against what, or is a war crime. I think the main argument has been we're not actually at war with them. That's what I've seen.
Okay.
And could we not ask them to defend their position of doing nothing? I mean, is that what they're asking us to do, is nothing?
Yeah. Because
the follow the proper channel is a tired and weak argument. How about somebody ask them, like, please defend doing nothing? How's that going?
You're talking about just watching the boat,
just watching the boat drive on in. Yeah. Watch the boat drive on in. Watch the lives that the drug epidemic has just wreaked havoc on our country. Please defend your idleness when or do you just not, you're okay with it?
Yeah.
Are you guys good with the drugs? Like, really?
And
we want to know.
Of course, Rand Paul is leading the charge on, it's like, libertarians are so cute, like, and naive. I used to be one of those. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, when somebody believes, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. These are drug traffickers. They don't care who they kill. They've killed thousands of Americans indirectly through their drug use and drug proliferation. So could you please, for the love of all that's good and holy, stop it with your weak arguments? We're watching you do nothing. You've done nothing for years. You've gotten away with it, but now you can't because we have somebody who wants to do something and he doesn't care what you think about him. Can you imagine being that free in Washington, D.C. as Pete Hegseth? He just doesn't care.
No, but it's what you have to be. And that's the problem. So many people in DC or Montgomery, wherever you are, they're there for their next stepping stone, their next position, their next election. And they govern and make decisions based on that. And clearly Pete Hegseth does not give a rip. Get rid of me. Don't care. And that's what we need. A few more of those.
That's right.
That's right. I know we've got to take a break. I really want to talk about Ilhan Omar's video because I've never, and I hate it if you couldn't see it. You need to go look it up because she looks terrified. She knows she's been caught. And what they did is no small change.
Oh.
$1 billion in fraud.
But it's just a few people.
Third parties.
How can you denigrate a whole group? It's just a few people, Allison.
She's a biscuit. Man, we'll talk about her more on the other side. She deserves it. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth with Allison and JP. And the second part of the montage we wanted to talk about that will probably take a little bit of time is unpacking the whole Ilhan Omar situation, the Somalis that are in Minnesota, that apparently just a few bad actors are responsible for the $1 billion fraud. But I found a little bit of info about who's still receiving money. And then my mother-in-law sent me that lady from Columbus. I have family in the area of the Somalians there as well. But did you not, what was your instant response when you saw Ilhan on the news?
She coordinated the whole flipping thing. She was so uncomfortable. She was so nervous. Her eyes, she couldn't even look him in the face. Like I've never, that whole leftist little, what are they called? The squad, the whatever, just the squad.
The squad, yeah.
The loser squad, the I've lost my mind squad, and I'm proud of it. They are always so confident when such bravado and just arrogance and bleh. And to watch her was amazing because she knows exactly what happened. She knows exactly who coordinated it. She is in on the whole thing and she knows her time is up. And Tim Walz is going down too. It's not going to be good.
No, it's not.
What a puff interview from Jake Tapper too.
He gave her every out,
right?
Can you just shed some light on this? And then, when she looked as flustered as you were saying, he didn't press her. He goes, okay, well, we should note that a small group of people shouldn't represent an entire ethnic group in America. It's like, no, you're saying that third parties were responsible for $1 billion in 1 year. Like,
yeah, it's all your cousins that ran the third parties.
So all of the Somalians who were involved, it wasn't like, half Somalians, white people, like they were all the same, group of people. And I think it's fair to say, hey, like, I don't know, that the out shouldn't be, well, they don't speak for all Somalians. It's like, how about we say, how the heck did this happen and how are they going to be held accountable?
Well, but did you see the interview I sent you a little while ago, or not an interview, where she was just on her little phony phone recording a reel telling people basically, don't do anything, offering a threat, issuing a threat?
What do you mean don't do anything?
I sent it to myself, so I'll pull it up real quick.
I mean, yeah, let's play that because you have the one Ilhan who cannot get any words out because straight up deer in the headlight. And I couldn't agree with you more. You're right. She coordinated the whole thing and then got caught, didn't think it was going to happen. Now, everybody's up in arms. And then I found this just as the show was starting, that she went off on a reel, which I think is also very arrogant because here comes the bravado again. Here comes the arrogance. It's breathtaking, these people, really and truly.
You want to play it real quick?
Yeah, let's play it real quick.
Okay.
And then get
Trump and his cronies want to act like we have no power to respond. The truth is we are more powerful than we think we are. And I want to underscore the importance of using every single leverage that we have at our arsenal, because we do have a lot of leverage. We need to make sure that those who are collaborating with the authoritarian regime pay a costly price.
Okay, who handed her that script? Because she's reading that whole thing.
She was, right?
She knows. Yeah, they're in panic mode. Her handlers, her people are in panic mode. And somebody handed her a script and said, this is what you need to say. And I love that she said arsenal, because that is war language. And that is not in the spirit of unity language. But we're the ones that are so bad.
And what leverage do they have? We're allowing you in our nation from you're not even a nation. You're just
wrote that down.
Piece of land that's constantly killing each other. We allow you to be in the United States of America. You don't have any leverage. Sorry.
None. And yet you think you do.
Well, they do, because they have all the crazies. I mean, they have they have all the people that will do really crazy things.
And I think ICE going door to door in Minneapolis, you guys, I think we're going to see things we wish we wouldn't. They're not going to go quietly.
Good point. Hey, I know we got to go to break, but that reminds me that Steve Marshall had to reschedule for tomorrow. So he will not be on today. We would love for you to stick with us, though. But in case you're wondering, when we get to the end of the show and we have no Steve Marshall, he will be on tomorrow. But we'll be back with more news. Stick around.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. JP, I did that for dramatic effect.
What'd
The
you do?
pause. I
That was
pulled my
good.
glasses off. You like that?
She stopped, pulled her glasses off, and goes, "You're listening to Rightside Radio."
There's lots of practice for that.
It reminds me of Walter Cronkite. Like,
which was Walter CIA? I don't know. So I'm Amy Beth with
Tucker
Allison
Carlson
and
is.
JP. I mean, just all these people. Come on, can y'all just tell the truth? That's why we're here. Oh, wait. So we were discussing. All right, we've already had a discussion. Feel free to text in Christmas movies. I did share with y'all about magnesium L-threonate. And then we got to the miraculous montage, where now we're talking about Ilhan Omar getting a fluff puff Care Bear share, as John Cooper says, interview from the Jake Tapper. I'm so serious, except he's not, and that was a ridiculous interview. Then Eagle Eye Allison picked up that Ilhan on her next little reel that she made was reading something, because then she offers and goes from being this, I don't know how this happened, you know, all these people grew so fast, I don't know a thing, to making threats.
Pick up your arsenal.
Come on, man.
Use everything in your arsenal.
So what we know, just for funny fun, is that 130,000 new arrivals are happening every year, basically from Somalia, Mexico, and a few other places, but mainly those two places. And what's happening in Minneapolis is that ICE is going to go door to door. At least that is what they've said they're going to do. But what's happening is that American birth rates are plummeting. And as we learned earlier this week from somebody, a Muslim, is that they're breeders. So they're breeding and having lots of children, and we're having none. And then Minneapolis, among other communities, are going to start to try to enforce Sharia law. Some of them already have Sharia courts or mediation courts, but they're Sharia courts, because they don't believe, and this is what we have to understand, they do not believe they have any borders or any boundaries. Wherever they want to settle is where they're going to settle. And whatever laws you have, who cares? They're above you. We are the infidel. Of their trilogy that they read, of their 3 books, 51% of it has to do with us, the kafir, the infidel. More than half.
Never heard the word.
A tiny percent, but that's who we are. And so we don't matter. They do what they want when they please. So this $1 billion fraud in Minnesota is perhaps the tip of the iceberg. But that's just a little reminder that we're not just being mean and cruel. We're dealing with people who have ripped you off. So what are we going to do about it?
I didn't get to this in Hot Flash News yesterday, which I have more today if we need it. But the global population of white people. And this starts to delve into the subject of feminism, which I'm not sure we're ready for, but it is clearly the feminist movement had a underbelly that wasn't just for equal rights. It was for depopulation and destabilization of the family and society in general. But 100 years ago, roughly 35% of the globe was white. 50 years ago, 20%. 25 years ago, 15%. Today, white people make up just 8% of the global population.
I'm sorry. I have a little question, though. I thought there's a bunch of white supremacists everywhere.
Well, and I thought that we are the oppressive majority.
Yeah.
But we are the minority. But somehow it's all our fault.
Yeah, we're terrible people.
I thought Great Replacement was a theory.
Yeah, that's not, you're right.
You conspiracy theorist.
Sorry.
Isn't it a conspiracy thinker Thursday?
It is.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Great Replacement, it's not happening, but we're just down from 35% to 8% of white population. And think about that. I mean, you would expect there are more black people in the world. You look at other continents, but you've got America. You okay?
I just drank a little too loud there with my mic on.
I didn't know if you like swallowed a fly.
No, I just souped it like soup.
Your eyes got so big.
I heard it reverberate through the microphone.
This is radio theater. But anyway, I mean, you've got all of Europe, Russia, America, and we are down to 8%. That's terrifying.
Well, so I don't know if y'all saw the clip of when Tucker was talking to Piers Morgan like last week, and it was in London, and Tucker was saying, England was 90% white at the end of World War II. Now it's 60% white. Do you think that's okay with you? And Piers, said, "Oh, I think that means we just evolved." And then Tucker goes, "What's one thing that's better now than when you grew up?" And he goes, "Oh, well, the food is much, much better." So basically, he's selling out England's identity for curry and spicy, tasty food. It's like, but that's the thing is, it's not racist to say that, I don't know. The great replacement is not really great because the people who come in don't share the values that make America, make England, make the West what it was. So I don't know. I don't think. Look at Somalia. Literally, look at Somalia. What's going on over there? They're not even a nation. They're just constantly killing each other. You think they're going to have the same values as a Christian European country like America? So it's not hateful. It's facts. Like, we're not saying one person's more superior than the other. It's like you're really infiltrating. And then when you're a guest here from your war-ridden country, you're saying that we need to use our arsenal and our leverage to fight your authoritarian regime. Like, I'm sorry. That's not how guests talk. That's how conquerors talk when they come in and take over a nation. So that's the problem. And then just the $1 billion fraud in a year is like a cherry on top. And then there's that. So
it is very hard I saw something this morning that I thought you guys would be interested in, not knowing what we were going to talk about today, but it's a British guy, and I've got to go back and I want to watch the whole podcast, but he said he's an older fellow, and that's saying something, because he said there's this universal myth when it's talking about cultures and universal myth of human sameness, that it's a gigantic denial of history, of language, and culture. And it's an utter and complete catastrophe, this idea that we are the same. We are not the same. All cultures are not equal, and it is not wrong to say so. We value different things. And if you are going to be an interloper and choose not to melt in and become one with us, then we have every right to suggest that you find your way back somewhere where you can blend in. But that really hit me hard. I had to watch it 3 times because I thought, what a brilliant statement. The universal myth, and it's a liberal idea. It is not a conservative idea. I'm sorry, it's not, because conservative meaning we want to conserve what is good about our culture. A progressive is progressing out. Those concentric circular rings are going out and out and out. We're saying, no, there's some things we do want to preserve. But he said that it's a liberal idea that there is a myth of sameness, and it is ruining everything. Mm-hmm. What's interesting that he didn't include is that as believers, what we know is that the dignity and worth that we seek, that they're trying to seek because they're saying, you follow our law as a Muslim, you convert, become an Islamist, or die. Basically, that's what their book says. That's not just me. That's their book. It says it. Versus getting dignity and worth from the inside, they're trying to convert from the outside. And that's never going to work. But that myth of sameness, our uniqueness can only come from one person, and that's from our Creator. They're trying to have it one way, and that way is going to end in utter destruction. And we're seeing it in Minneapolis. And I think that I've said it before, it only scratches the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah. I'm thinking about what I said, that it's terrifying that only 8% of the population is white. I don't care about the color of your skin.
Right.
If that had happened organically, that's fine. That's what you look at the Jews and Gentiles, when the Gentiles were folded into Christ's death and burial and resurrection. There was a melding of cultures. There was a melding of groups of people. I'm great with that. But it goes back to what JP's saying, is that this was a conquering thing. This was a planned program, a planned agenda to take over the white population. And I really want to play that clip that I sent you of that stupid professor where she talks about decolonization should be your only goal. So again, hear me. It's not about needing white people. It's about not allowing us to be what God and who God made us to be. I mean, okay, think about it. Same is so boring. Why do we love going to Africa? Why do we love going to Italy? Why do we love going to Mexico? Because the cultures are different. You learn, you expand, you experience new things, you open your mind, you get to meet new people. I don't want to go to Mexico and have it be like Birmingham, and vice versa. So this whole oneness of what you're talking about is so not the way God intended. And it's not natural. It's scary. It's robotic. It's, I would say, demonic. It's very globalist. I don't like it at all. But it's not about having more white people.
Right.
It's just about allowing us to be who we are, appreciating each other and our differences, learning from each other, and taking from a culture what you want. It sounds so stupid because we would go to the resorts of Mexico over Christmas every year. But every time I came back, there was something I learned. I mean, I'll never forget watching the kids that had absolutely nothing in front of their houses, the happiest kids, and just going, you know what? A simple life is something that America doesn't value, but you take back and you're like, I don't need all those things. I don't need. And so you learn. And it breaks my heart that this is where we are, of these just people that, and really what happens, they're going to all eat themselves too.
Yes.
So I don't know who are they wanting us to all be like in the end? Like when that professor says, and we need to play it, when she says we need to decolonize, who is she wanting us to decolonize to?
That was
because then you're just setting up another oppressive state.
It's a utopian fallacy where only a few people are going to be in charge, but because they're a professor and an elite right now, they think I, of course, am going to be included in the group I'm talking about, without ever realizing, like the Somalians, like here, they're all going to eat their own.
Right. Somebody wins. Somebody rules.
Yes.
Every time. When we come back, can we resend it to you, or do you have it?
I can pull it up. And I want to add this one little piece before we go to break. You know,
just take us to break.
It's Western civilization is Christian, like all the way back from Rome. Western civilization is Christian society. Why it's been so successful. So it's not just a race thing. It's an anti-Christian thing. They're trying to conquer Christianity and conquer the West to be anti-Christian. John Adams, who was considered the mastermind of the American experiment, he literally said, "We recognize no sovereign other than God, no king other than Jesus." America is the epitome of Christian Western civilization. So that's what, it's not just an anti-white thing. It's an anti-Christian thing that they're trying to make it no longer Christian and scare Christians into silence. So that's what it all comes back to at the end.
So good.
Yep. You're right.
And now it's time for a break. You're listening to Rightside Radio. We'll be back on the other side. Welcome back to Rightside Radio. This is JP alongside Amy Beth and Allison. We were talking about this clip we wanted to play. We're going to get right into it. So this is a Minnesota professor who was talking in this video. It's pretty crazy. It connects to what we were talking about before, but just listen to what she says, and then we'll dissect it.
Liberation struggles and the movements that seek a world of justice, equality, and peace, that seek to dismantle the United States. I hope you seek to dismantle the United States. And if that isn't your politics, okay? I speak as if everybody has this commitment. And the thing is that you should listen to Indigenous people when they're telling you that this is the goal. And that not only is this the goal, but this is the starting point. Because I think Nick articulated this very clearly. Decolonization is the only thing that is going to save us as a species, is the only thing that's going to save us as a planet. And everyone should just be on board with it, no questions asked. And I say this sometimes on the podcast, our Red Nation podcast, and the co-host of Red Power Hour, of the most oppressed ass people in Turtle Island, Indigenous women are on the top of that fucking list. Okay.
Oh. We got it.
Did we get it?
We dubbed it.
Okay, good. Okay. I never heard that when I first listened to it. Okay, I think we got the point though.
Yeah.
But here's what my question was, talking about does she realize what going back to decolonization and decolonized America or land means? It means tribal wars, no rule of law, no governing board. It's a feudal system that everybody just kills each other and takes over land. And it's not pretty.
No.
At all.
No, it's not. And it's ignorant. And if we continue the victimhood mentality, why aren't you doing good things for your community right there? Why are you going along with what's happening in Minnesota? Because that's right there in Minneapolis, is it not? Isn't the University of Minnesota right there?
Yeah. And so, she's like an Indian in a Pakistani flag.
What are you doing? All cultures are not the same. To recap what we said before the break, all cultures are not the same. There is a myth of sameness. That is a lie from the pit of hell. We are not the same. And it's okay that we're not the same. We want to preserve what we have. And if you don't like what we have here, then find somewhere else to go.
Right.
But to come in bravely and suggest that you want to decolonize is nuts. It is nuts. So you have the freedom to say what you want at a university that's basically bonkers. And we're supposed to take you seriously while you freely say what you want. Do you think under what's coming for Minneapolis, if it is left unchecked, if 130,000 people still continue to come in and they're going to try to force you to be the same, the myth of sameness, which is Islam, convert or die, this is it, or pay the tax. This is what their book says. You think you are going to be okay? You're going to be covered up so fast, lady, in a burqa or hijab, faster than you could say, what happened? But how ignorant to sit up there and say that. Say it while you can, because I promise you, if the Muslims and Somalians have their way with you there in that city, God bless you, lady. That's ignorance. That's the height of ignorance.
I don't think she knows what she's asking for. Even if you go back to when it was just Indian tribes here, what did they do? They all killed each other.
It's that simple.
It's really not that difficult. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm JP alongside Allison and Amy Beth. We'd like to apologize for this for what slipped through the cracks there last segment. I'll just say that's the first time I've ever had to use the dump button, so I guess I didn't do it effectively enough.
I think I'm guessing it went silent.
Yeah, I'm guessing I didn't hold it for long enough.
Yeah.
But we apologize if anybody out there, we're sorry.
Yeah.
That won't happen again.
No, I don't like that word. This is a very tacky word.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was trying to hold my composure. Amy Beth did a great job because of all the texts that came in that said, JP, you didn't get that. I said, whoops.
Hey, you know what? We are a team here. And I was watching y'all's faces and I was like, well, I'm just going to go step by step now.
You're so good.
Just
so
try
professional.
To tie it all together because we covered a lot. I mean, we literally covered so very much and appropriately ended up with the Looney Tune Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs professor who has no idea what's coming her way. And I'm sorry that she does. I'm genuinely sorry she doesn't know what's coming her way.
Okay, I wanted to say this though, last segment, but I didn't have my composure to say
okay,
it.
JP.
But okay, so if the whole ideology is to destroy America, then maybe we shouldn't. I don't think she's an immigrant that came up, but
right,
that ideology is to destroy America. So why are we letting people in that literally their ideology is to destroy America?
Yeah, no, I mean, if it's to destroy America, then it's obviously on purpose. And so the purpose is exactly what you said earlier. It's that replacement theory. And it's also, more importantly, to destroy Christianity. And I think that was a salient point. It is look, what other reason would you have?
Yeah.
Why else would you ship that many people in starting in the 90s and especially heavily under Obama? Why would you do that? Why would you ignore that the UN did put a report out, and I will find it and we will put it in show notes back in the early 2000s about the replacement theory? This is their plan all along. Why else would you care if it weren't a Christian culture?
Yeah.
But anybody that's listening and y'all tell me, like, I really want to know. Maybe I can get on board with decolonization if somebody will tell me what we're going to. All they've said is what we're not going to be. But what's the plan when we're done decolonizing? I've never heard that.
I think we should just watch New York and see how that goes.
Yeah, that's
maybe
actually
that's like a good template, I mean, because already, did you guys read, by the way, for example, that we're not going to, because these people are also the same kinds of people who hate the police and they're going to thwart ICE or do their best to do so in Minneapolis. Did you see that in New York, people are already being rerouted from having cops come to their house to social workers and helpers come when they need the police, when they need the authorities. So let's just
see that.
Let's just watch New York and see what happens, because apparently that's the bastion of success and freedom and decolonization and wonderment. Let's just watch that and see how it goes.
So you call 911 to report an armed robbery in your home and they send a social worker?
Perhaps. This is what I saw on the Twitters today, that it's already happening.
That makes sense.
Was it Wall Street Journal that reported it?
You
saw it too,
talk
didn't you?
about your
Yeah, I'd have
feelings.
to go back and see who.
No, I saw it, but I'm just now thinking about what that means.
Mm-hmm. Let's discuss your father wounds. Okay.
How's your walk with the Lord?
Did you really mean to use that knife, or would you have preferred maybe just a spoon and just a whap instead?
Hey, that reminds me. Popeyes.
Did you go to Popeyes?
Remember I went to Popeyes in Selma the other day?
Yeah.
They have sporks.
I love
and it
sporks.
made me so happy.
Well, wasn't KFC the first place to use sporks, or was it Popeyes? We need people to tell us.
Taco Bell.
Was it
I grew
Taco
up
Bell?
eating beans and cheese with sporks at Taco Bell. Anyway.
I think the first place I was ever eating or using a spork at was KFC. So
yeah,
I think that's the only
the
one.
mashed potatoes.
Yes,
Man,
yes.
mashed
The
potato with
the
the
mac and
chicken and
cheese.
the corn.
Yeah.
Mm.
What? So
Sorry.
I'll get
I don't
that
even
for
know
us
what-
when we have our own Christmas party. I'll go grab us some Popeye. But do they have bowls?
yeah, I think so.
Bowls of what?
Chicken,
Something.
mashed potatoes.
I'm sure they got bowls.
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so you mentioned New York earlier, Amy Beth. I think this was last week, Allison and I talked about this. Literally what Mamdani's wanting to do in New York, I think, is the blueprint for because they use democratic socialism as the in.
Yes, sir.
But then Islam is where it ends up, because now you've got, the calls to prayer in New York. And even though everybody's like, we already use, was it Arabic numerals that Mamdani is going to make the kindergartners in New York learn? It's like, but that is the beginning of, like, we're not going to teach them numbers. We're going to make sure they know Arabic numerals. So then they're going to learn how to say Arabic numerals. And that's the end. The end is the democratic socialism, the Marxism, but with all of the third world Muslim immigration, that's the end, because those are going to be the people that benefit from it. And those are going to be the people that are in power imposing it, like Mamdani, like Ilhan Omar. So although Islam and Muslim ideology is not the selling point is democratic socialism. That's where Islam is, where it's going to end up. It's anti-Christian again. Like, that's the root. That's where it always ends up.
You're exactly right. Does anybody else find it ironic that in the midst of them saying you're going to use these Arabic numerals and whatever else they're going to learn to speak in Arabic, and we can't even agree that English is our language here?
We had to sign an executive order.
I mean, right. But I mean, it's not been codified, so they can say, well, it's not actually. That's just an executive order. So, but isn't that ironic? But he's going, well, this is what we're going to do in New York City. And we're left like Trump's having to say, well, it's actually English, guys, and I'm going to do an EO for it. It took us that long. And in New York, it took him 5 minutes to declare what he's going to do. Really? And we have no political will about much of this? Come on.
There is good news.
Oh, what?
You want a good news segment?
Please.
Little Hoover City rezoning for the Islamic Academy, the planning and zoning board meeting the other night, has made national news, and everybody is using it. I mean, it's Daily Wire did an article. Tommy Tuberville talked about it. William Wolf, who's a national influencer, made a comment. He posted another influencer that was talking about it, and he said, red states, take note. You can just say no to American cultural suicide. Breitbart did an article. Laura Loomer talked about it. So I think people are waking up to what is happening, and that is very encouraging. And I don't know. I mean, and in the Hoover, we still have to go through the city council. Always makes me nervous. We passed, planning and zoning with a no recommendation, but that doesn't mean that city council won't pass it. But you're looking at this pressure. You've got national attention on this now. And I think that's what you have to do. You just have to keep shining a light in these small and seemingly insignificant North Shelby County Meadowbrook Office Park. Who cares? But Laura Loomer and Breitbart and Daily Wire are talking about it because it matters. And so if these things are happening in your like community, I started thinking about the in Pelham, they just purchased an old church.
Yes,
that they're turning into a mosque. I don't know what you do in those. If you have a church building that, this was an office park situation, that it was not zoned for a school or a mosque. But if you have an existing church building, but y'all, we've got to start getting creative with how to fight this, with how to use our arsenal, the tools and the weapons in our arsenal, as that biscuit lady says. But we've got to start getting smart and sly and within the realm of legal. Correct. Not saying illegal, but it's good because I think people are saying this is a creeping movement to where if you don't pay attention, you're going to miss it. And then you wake up in your Dearborn, Michigan.
That's so true.
But I think it's also an example of how the local politics matters, because that made waves nationally of people being like, whoa, that was cool. People just stood up and just said, nah, we're not going to let that happen in our community. Actually, it's like, oh, you can just do that. Okay. It gets like optimism and hope for people to do it in their own communities. So it's never just, it's just Birmingham politics. Who cares? It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And I like that one of the, William Wolf said, you can just say no.
I love it.
You don't have to give a whole big explanation. And that's what I'm hoping the city council does. No, it wasn't in our plan. We They came up with a comprehensive plan for that area about a year ago. It's supposed to be a tech hub. We're not putting a school there.
And
No.
isn't that wonderful? I mean, that's the language you use with narcissists, by the way, is just no. And you don't give
explain
excuse.
myself.
Exactly. It is that simple. You have to have a group of people willing to stand together, which was that not the most encouraging thing?
It really
My
was.
people that were there were overwhelmed with how many people were there and an overflow room of people to say, absolutely not. But beyond having a group of people to stand, and as you always say, Allison, courage begets courage, is you have to just be simple. Nope. No explanation, no nothing. I loved what William Wolf said. I loved that.
Good.
You could just say no.
Yep. Take note.
You really can. But I do wonder, and maybe people can like text in, what do you do about the churches that they will most certainly turn into mosques? And there will most certainly be sound pollution.
And maybe that's the angle you take. I mean, all these office parks, all these buildings, you have noise pollution covenants and restrictions in cities. And now if you're in the middle of nowhere, I don't know. But we have to get creative. We have to get smart. We have to use what we have. If you go up there and say you don't want the Muslims in your neighborhood, it's not going to work out well. You can't give that as your reasoning to the city council and expect them. They legally cannot make a decision based on that.
Yeah. And that's also a theme, though, I've noticed. The mosques, the most beautiful mosques you'll see were just former churches that were taken over. Even back from the time of the Crusades. Like, there's a video that went viral on X recently of this lady. She was in this beautiful mosque and she was posting a video about Islam is just the definition of beauty. Look what it created. And then there's a community note of this mosque was actually a former church that was taken over back in the Crusades.
Been there.
Like,
I've been there.
And, it's
at the
Hagia Sophia.
Yeah. The devil can't create anything beautiful of its own. It has to just twist what God has already made beautiful. But that's the theme of, they just take over the churches because the Christians let it happen.
I mean, yeah. We all need to go, by the way. Let's go on a trip.
Where is it?
Turkey?
It's in Turkey.
Yeah.
It's Hagia Sophia and Hagia Irene, and they're beside each other. And you do see that. And you do see that they left some of the parts over from like 300 when it was
Constantinople.
The measure of time and distance is there. But you can see that the Empress Theodora, and I'm blanking on the husband's name, who was the king, they left some of it so that you could see the reliefs in the wall. It's ancient. And then the rest of it is a mosque. And I did have to wear a head covering to go in, but I did want to see it, so I wore it. But it is tragic. We have a blueprint. We know what's coming. And so now maybe Alabama's where it starts.
See, when you went to Turkey and saw that beautiful church, didn't you want it to look just like Birmingham?
Exactly.
Because we should all be the same.
I mean, we should be the same, vanilla, blah, 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 blah.
No, you want to go to Turkey and see Turkey.
Cultures are beautiful.
People crazy. When we come back, can we talk J6?
Yes, please.
I think that's interesting. And my conspiracy thinker head is curious.
Conspiracy thinker what? Thursday.
Yeah. Y'all can tell me what you think. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Rightside. We're just, it's almost the third hour. We're having a day. But let's introduce the topic. Allison is reading through some of the text, but it's really the topic du jour. Are y'all dippers? Do y'all like to dip your sandwiches in sauce?
I do like to dip.
Some.
Okay. I just needed to know if we're going to be friends, JP, which we are. I'm just wondering if you're a dipper or not.
What's your sauce of choice? Ranch. That's me.
Ranch is good. It's not
homemade ranch.
I'm not one of those people that puts ranch on my pizza though. Like
my kids.
Ranch is good, but not that good.
So what's your dip of choice?
Yum yum sauce is really good.
Oh, my kids love yum yum sauce.
Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
It's the bomb. What about you?
Ranch or ketchup.
Ketchup. Ketchup's the king. So
ketchup.
I kind of
ranch, ketchup, yum yum sauce.
What do you?
Ranch, ketchup, yum yum sauce. Can I have three?
Oh,
please?
you are a 3.
I'm a blend of y'all. But the ranch has to be good ranch.
It's like all the parts of you coming out in your dips.
Ta-da!
Technically, I guess you should only have 2.
I know, I really should. So I'll pick ketchup and yum yum sauce.
Wow.
And ranch is just. But Chris likes that Captain Sorensen sauce from Firehouse.
I haven't tried it.
He loves sauce. I do. I mean, loves it. The hotter, the better. But I cannot. Are you a hot person?
I do like hot.
Do you like hot? I don't like hot.
I like some Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah.
But I can't do like jalapeno stuff.
My dad and I are the only people in the family that like hot food. Everybody else can't do it. So whenever my dad and I are alone, we get the hot food because we can never eat it when we're around the rest of the family.
Can I interrupt this really fun subject?
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Chris's from Starrett's.
Okay.
Realist text.
Okay.
What do we do about turning churches into mosques? Unless we have the funds to buy them all up, we can't. It is both the beauty of a free culture and quite possibly its demise. We can't stop them from worshiping or purchasing property unless we discriminate. I would be willing to vote for that because narrow is the gate. There's got to be a workaround.
I think there has to be a workaround because we're not dealing with the normal entity of live and let live. Like we build our churches and we go do our thing and you can join us if not. I mean, if you want to or not.
Right.
When we're dealing with a mosque, it's a wholly other situation because we need only look around the world to see it is not live and let live. It never is. That's not their plan. So I agree. Either buy it up or figure a way around outwit, outplay, outlast. I don't know the answer yet. I think that's what we're working toward.
Wow. That's good. I like outwit, outplay, outlast.
The game survivor.
It maybe honestly the noise pollution, because if you have a mosque, you have 5 calls to prayer every day. Maybe that's the angle you take from, you find the covenants of your neighborhood or your community or your city. You couldn't go play Big X the Plug 5 times a day and get away with it.
Although you'd really want to.
Although, I mean, I would vote for that.
Apparently.
I am here for that because I'm 21 in my listening age. But, again, there's got to be somebody, please, that we've got some smart listeners, really smart listeners. Tell us how to do this.
Well, I mean, Christians standing up and voicing their opinions like what we saw just recently this week. Stepping up and saying no, like that's an easy one that you can do. Just step up and say no whenever they try to come into your community. I think a thread of the noise pollution is a good one because it is a hard situation if a church leaves a building and it's up for sale and then they legally buy it to make it a mosque. But also there's other situations and scenarios other than that. Christians not allowing their church to be sold to someone who's going to make it a mosque, or Christians going to a city council meeting and not allowing, new mosques to come in. Like there's a lot of ways to do it. It all boils down to Christians actually standing up and saying something. It's just got to be a priority.
Can we just not at least have a welcoming committee for them? Like I think that there's part of it. You watch what happened in Hoover. They might think twice. I started thinking they might reapply somewhere else. But with what the people that showed up were not making it easy for them, and maybe that's part of it too. You don't have to be violent or rude, but you just have to be willing to stand up for what you know is right for your community.
It's a good word.
And maybe go buy some churches.
Yeah.
We're looking for the lottery. All right. 2 hours down, one more to go. We still haven't gotten to J6. We'll cover that. Hot flash news if we need it. We'll be back.
So I want to remind you, Inspire Advisors is one of our sponsors, and they are doing amazing work. Look, I know this audience. You're the kind of folks who believe in standing up for your principles. You're good stewards of what you have for resources. What if the companies you are investing in, though, don't reflect your values at all? Well, that's why you need to meet Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors. Inspire Advisors, experts in the field of biblically responsible investing. Look, they can help you grow your bottom line while also being proud of what companies you invest in. Inspire Advisors. You got to check them out. Here's their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. That's Inspire Advisors, www.moneypatternwealth.com, and tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
Welcome back to Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. Wrapping up a Thursday. It's been quite the day. We've covered the things. We've covered food, movies, sauces. We've talked a lot about Ilhan Omar. We've talked a little bit about Pete Hegseth and the whole double tap ridiculousness going on. The more lies, and more lies. Now we get to the story of the day, which is J6. Okay, and I have questions for y'all because we know the guy has been arrested. Did you think this was going to happen, that he was going to be arrested? Are you surprised at the information that has come out about him so far? And what are they going to do to him?
Okay. Last week, we were 95% sure it was a chick.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to her? And all of a sudden, where did this guy come from? I think I saw that his name's Brian Cole. He's from Virginia, but I haven't heard anything else about him. Do you know?
The only other thing I've heard about him is that allegedly he has Antifa ties and his parents had a tie-in with immigrants somehow, like they had some organization with immigrants is what I saw. I can go back and find it again. But yeah, other than that, I haven't heard much.
And so did he plant bombs at the RNC and the DNC?
Yes.
So he's apolitical. He hates everybody, I guess. Who went and I'm really uncomfortable in this chair today.
You know what? I am too. And I was thinking I'd just stand up, but it's fine.
But I think we might need to revisit the desk. Anyway.
Well, did you say Michael Cole or Brian Cole? You said Brian Cole, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just make sure. That's correct.
But what does he have? He's in custody. Who went and got him? Like the FBI?
They all went and got him.
Yeah, the FBI.
His own people went and got him.
Swarmed.
According to the New York Post, the suspect may have a background of possible, quote, anarchist leanings.
You don't say. What a surprise.
So Congressman Tim Burchett talked about, y'all, okay, it is Conspiracy Thinker Thursday. So I'm just going to say this.
Say it.
And it's not even conspiracy. It's true. He said MK Ultra is a real thing. Mm-hmm. Like the experiment, the government experiment on mind control. They said they shut it down, but they didn't. Is that what we're looking at with some of these weird things that are happening?
I don't know. See, I think this is just, a crazy anarchist / accelerationist dude that is probably, grown up in a nihilist society or nihilist, corner of the internet or something. I don't know. We don't know enough. He's 30 years old. So, he's probably kind of like a Tyler Robinson, similar situation and like a Minnesota school shooter situation where I don't know if it's necessarily, like some sort of conspiratorial influence. I think nihilism in general is just gaining too much of a foothold in society, and it's getting into people to do crazy stuff like that. But I understand there's a lot of conspiracies about the J6 pipe bomber, and I haven't dug too deep in a lot of them, but I mean, whenever I see stuff like this, where it's an anarchist leaning guy, or he just wants to burn the world to the ground and just cause chaos, it's just another example of the dark nihilism that is gaining a foothold in our society. And, Christianity needs to be the light to these people to get out of it. But other than that, I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know if you know some more about the story and the background that makes you think.
No, I just think it's weird. Okay. We always say J6, but does everybody remember what year J6?
2020.
2021.
2021, excuse me. Yeah,
okay, so that's almost 5 years ago.
What took him so long?
Freaking 5 years. So what took so long? And I haven't even heard what tipped him off to go find Brian Cole.
Same. No idea. I think that
when last week they were 95% sure it was that girl.
Woman. Well, I think over the weekend, I think this is going to unfold. We're going to learn more about him. But I do think your point is well said. There is a lot of nihilism and darkness that is spreading. However, if MK Ultra is to be believed, then that old movie, The Good Shepherd, with Angelina Jolie and
Never seen
Matt
it.
Damon. It's an old movie.
Or Die Hard.
They say that it is about MK Ultra, and that it's just out there and you can watch it. So interesting. It's not a great movie, but it's an interesting movie because now they do have reports of what did happen that have been declassified. So that's not crazy.
Well,
however, there is nihilism. So what if you combined both? What if you said both and?
Yeah.
Both things can be true.
Yeah. Like for sure the MK Ultra, that's all happened/happening. So I don't deny that for sure. But I think it's a both, like you said.
Yeah.
And the last I heard about the J6 pipe bomber before today was like infighting last week between like Bongino and Massey. Did y'all see that? About like apparently it was something related to the FBI going after a J6 pipe bomb whistleblower. This is what Massey alleged. And then that whenever Massey said this, Bongino apparently like coerced one of Massey's staffers and threatening criminal investigation if they didn't quote play ball.
See that?
I don't know how much of that is true.
I did see
but
that.
that was the last I heard about the J6 pipe bomber before this. So I don't know if all of a sudden they found some lead and were willing to do something at the FBI, or if there's something else going on. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but yeah, this did kind of come out of nowhere.
And does it? Okay. Nobody get mad at me.
No, we're not. We listen and we don't judge.
Okay. But does it matter? Like, what's the point at this?
Do you mean by the arrest or the reasoning behind this guy putting pipe bombs that didn't go off?
We've gone 5 years with this crazy guy. Nothing happens. We still have grandmas in prison. Like, what's the point of this? How is this going to affect any change?
It's not.
I mean, one would say it adds credibility to, the FBI that they actually arrested the guy 5 years later.
Okay, thank you for answering that, because in my Conspiracy Thinker Thursday head, which is getting a little crazy.
I like where you're going.
I'm like, he was an FBI CIA asset. They planted him, but they need to look like they're doing something at this point, so they're giving him up, and that's how they found him all of a sudden just in Virginia.
He's the patsy or something.
Yeah. Yeah. That he just is. Okay. And so when I talk, I know I sound crazy because there are just plain crazy people in the world too that do. And people hate Donald Trump and hate America that much. Yeah. So I get that. But I'm just saying it's just weird.
Well, it's sort of like, and this is a whole nother story within itself, but the Candace Owens situation, it's the frustration because of the conspiracy land that she's gone down with the Tyler Robinson and the Charlie Kirk assassination. And she's blaming TPUSA. She's saying Egypt killed him. Israel killed him. TPUSA set Charlie up. She's got all this evidence, and she's getting so many eyeballs because it's crazy and it's conspiratorial, and she knows what she's doing with it. But all that does is distract us from, hey, how about the transgender loving crazy Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk in the neck because he was spreading Christianity, and nihilism got a foothold in this guy too. Like that's the story.
Right.
It's the left. It's nihilism. It's all the woke mind virus that's causing people to do this. But then all the attention gets distracted because Candace Owens wants to focus on the conspiratorial aspect of it. So, and I'm not at all saying you're doing that, obviously, but I'm just saying in general, like, the conspiracy stuff, if there's something there, possibly, but I don't know, it being 5 years too late is the part that's, frustrating.
What are you going to do with it? Because, we talk a lot about the left, but on the right, what do we ever do? I mean, that's to your point. Like, what do we ever do? We talk a good game and we look busy, but what do we ever do? We had information that came out about Fauci, and we know all of the lies that were spread. What's going to happen there? What's going to happen with Somalia? Is anybody going to be held accountable based on the story we talked about today? Are we ever really going to stem the flow of drugs coming in our country? We talked about that today. Are we ever going to find out what this guy was really doing? He's an anarchist. So of course he can lay bombs at both places and, say Antifa made me do it. But what backed that up? What was he involved with? that his parents were immigrants and he just lived his life right there in the middle of nowhere in Virginia. Nobody bothered him. What are we actually going to do? We have the levers of power right now. And that's my question. What's going to happen?
Well, yesterday you also talked about how, the House passed this resolution, this motion to release the Epstein files and release them. We got nothing.
Yeah. Well, technically they gave him 30 days to do it. So
Yeah, 30 days to hide the papers, 30 days to mark everything out, 30 days to national security redaction.
And we'll end up abut to Christmas. So who's going to pay attention to whatever comes out in those files?
And we'll get just pages of black ink redacting everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's so convenient. So it does lead your mind back to, yes, there's nihilism. Yes, there's darkness. Yes, there's crazy people. But this just seems real convenient.
Yeah.
It always does. It always does. Like the thing that was inconvenient was Trump. Everything else just seems so tied up with a bow at every turn. So it does make you think, what in the ever-loving world's going on?
Okay, Paul Bryant.
What?
You're not helping me. He said Mary, Kate, and Ashley Olsen. MK Olsen. Dang. Okay. I've always heard that too.
What?
That the girls are like, I don't know, in on it.
In on the MK Ultra.
Yeah. But that's what a Conspiracy Thinker Thursday's for, is where you can talk freely about all the crazy things that run through your head that you're like, oh, yeah, that's just crazy.
We're just asking questions.
Yeah, look, like just being Melanie says, we listen and we don't judge.
What? Wait, I'm just asking questions.
Just asking questions.
Yeah.
Which did you see? Okay, so TPUSA
Mm-hmm.
challenged Candace, basically said, you want to back it up? Come on our show.
Yeah.
Let's talk. And she said yes. And then she backed out.
Yeah, I heard something about her backing out. I don't know.
How about let's check at the break?
How about that?
Because I want to know, and we haven't talked about her at all. I'm so intrigued.
It's really difficult to talk about her.
It is.
The whole situation is weird and difficult, but it's a Conspiracy Thinker Thursday. So I think we can do it. Y'all want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Candace Owens on the other side. We'll be back.
Hey, my friends, Phil Williams here. You've heard me talk about Inspire Advisors, how Paul Breyer and his team at Inspire Advisors will help you grow your investment portfolio while also screening out the companies that don't stand for conservative Christian principles. Look, they are experts in what is known as biblically responsible investing, and they are now offering a limited opportunity for a free class on that BRI. Check out the class, register for free, their website, www.moneypatternwealth.com. It's godly, it's conservative, it's financial freedom, y'all, with Inspire Advisors at www.moneypatternwealth.com. Check them out. Tell them you heard about it on Rightside Radio.
everybody. You can relax. I've ordered dinner. So.
Oh, okay, good. Whew.
Yeah. Yep.
Chicken and rice.
Man, that's so delicious.
The go-to.
Okay. I'm Amy Beth. She's Allison. He's JP. You're listening to Rightside Radio, and we're going somewhere that we haven't gone before. We have never gone here, ever.
Are you talking about Kansas?
I'm talking about Kansas.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little. I claim no moral high ground on knowing the truth on either side. It's a very weird subject, but it's not going away. So I know this is a short segment. Do we want to do Don Jr. and Kash Patel talking about J6?
Yeah, I probably want to get
and
that
then,
first.
and then we can go. Okay.
Yeah.
I like her plan.
So in the break, I was just flipping through X. I was curious if anything else had come out about Brian Cole. This clip, which hopefully does not contain the.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean,
but you're
it's-
prepared. Like
it's-
you're ready.
Do you know? You got to just hold the button. Okay.
Hold.
Hold. Longer than you think.
Mhm.
Okay. But it's Trump Jr., Don Jr. interviewing Kash Patel, and they bring up the whole why it's taken 4 or 5 years to get here.
Will there ever be a look back on the way, perhaps your predecessors or other people in the FBI handle this to question those methods and motives? Again, the fact that it disappeared, from the news basically the second, January 6th happened and was never brought back up again, even in the months following. It seems odd. And I mean, it seems like something that people would want answers to. Will there be a review process on how this was conducted differently, how you guys could do this, 4 years later and then, 8 or 9 months, actually come up with a suspect versus the prior administration having 4 years, a more immediate timeline, being able to go right into it, having the immediacy of that, or, even the fact that they just didn't care, doesn't that say so much about the weaponization of justice in America today?
Absolutely. And I think you're going to see it on parallel tracks. What you're going to see is as this case presents itself in court, you're going to see where we were able to collect the evidence and make the case against this suspect. And then common sense journalism and investigators are going to be able to look at it and say, why did these people do X, Y, and Z 4 or 5 years ago? That's going to make itself self-apparent. But what we're doing at this FBI is also we have replaced this entire leadership cadre. We have pushed out 1,000 agents into the field. There's a reason this FBI has 25,000 violent offenders arrested this year alone. That's twice as many as last year. There's a reason that this FBI is going to deliver President Trump the lowest murder rate in modern history by double digits. There is a reason this FBI is out there crushing fentanyl, destroying narco traffickers, and making sure the homeland is safe and preventing spies from infiltrating our homeland and our way of life. That's what happens when you change leadership from the prior administration FBI who wanted to weaponize and politicize law enforcement to us, President Trump and the Attorney General, who want to just deliver law enforcement on every single front. And that's what we're doing. So you're going to see it in both lanes.
So what does that tell y'all? If you're reading in between the lines of what Patel said.
Is it wrong to say they are working without being showy about it? I mean, it makes me rethink all of the complaints I've heard about him when really they're just out there working.
I mean, that's not what I was looking for, but I think that's actually a really good point because we are so quick to judge and be like, why aren't they doing anything?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm telling on myself because I'm a Kash Patel fan, and then in the recent months I've kind of
what in the world?
I'm like, what's going on? And then he talks about that. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe you're just quietly doing your job.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm sorry that's not what you were looking for.
No,
but
I mean, but that's a really good point, and we have to be careful of that. I think we all want things right now. But you can't be like, hey, we're investigating January 6th and we found this lead of this guy and Brian Cole in Virginia. But don't tell anybody. What do you think, JP?
So I guess the question you're asking is why it took so long, and why they're just now
I feel like
arresting the
he's
guy.
inferring something.
Like he's inferring that they purposely didn't go after him, the Biden FBI.
That's what I think.
Yeah. I think, yeah. So I guess the question is, was it they sucked at their job or was it intentional they weren't going after him? I'd love to see the evidence that Kash Patel's talking about put forth where he said, you'll be able to connect the dots of how we found this guy, and they didn't. And then we can dissect it from there. But yeah, so was the Biden FBI and DOJ just really, really bad at their job, or were they purposefully not going after this guy? And if they were purposefully not going after him, why?
I think it's the latter.
Yeah.
And I think
Hmm.
Cash is telling us, stay tuned.
Yeah. This'll be
Okay,
good.
fine. Maybe we do keep him around. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Blondie may need to go. I can't figure out about her either.
Mm.
Anyway, what are we doing on the other side?
Candace.
Candace or Hot Flash News?
Gosh.
One or the other.
It'll be a surprise. Both and. We'll be right back.
welcome back to Rightside. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP. And just for a minute, we are going to talk about a subject that's gotten a lot of eyeballs because her podcast is the #1 podcast in the world. Candace Owens' podcast. Are you serious?
It's
right
true.
now? She started off, a liberal first.
Yeah.
Then she did Blexit. And then she started her podcast. Seems like it was going well. And then all of a sudden, and I don't know at what point there was some divergence, but something's happened. Because the evidence that she talks about, trust me, it's coming. And just her ways have really gotten a little weird. A lot weird.
I would say a little.
A lot weird. How long? Over the last year, would you say, or less?
Well, weird for about the last year or so. Like insane.
Ultra weird.
Ultra weird. Ever since Charlie Kirk got assassinated.
Yeah, strange. So what do you think? I mean, so they invited her on, so she's been making a lot of false claims, apparently. I don't know.
Do you want me to read some of the...
read what she said, because then they like straight up invited her, gave her date and time.
Well, so for the audience to have some background, Candace Owens, ever since Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, has essentially blamed everyone under the sun except Tyler Robinson from TPUSA setting him up. She was tracking some flight from Egypt, which was a cargo plane, and she thought UTC meant Utah time. So she's not very, anyways. But she's blaming everybody under the sun, conspiracy theories about Charlie Kirk and why he got killed. And that's what has led to TPUSA inviting her to come on a live stream and address these to their face. And so this is some of the stuff that she's claimed that Allison's got.
Well, and this is where it gets a little more... This is what Turning Point has not addressed. And these are the little bit more tangible things that she is saying about Turning Point. She's accused them of donor fraud. She's never been shown they've never had a financial audit. They've never explained the ex-insider. Remember the guy that left the board? He called it the worst leadership, the worst of the worst. They haven't addressed. She accused them, Charlie texting Candace, "You cannot serve God and money." The Armstrong Williams, Bill Barr death threats. I can't remember what that was. Oh, where they said I actually read those. Remember where they said they were targeting Candace and some other guy, and that Candace was the one that was going to be tough to get in a compromising position.
Yes.
Anyway, so TPUSA went on. They sent out who was the guy? Blake. What's his last name?
Neff.
Blake last night to basically say, Candace, we invite you on the show. You can come here. We can talk about all these things. Probably maybe anticipating she would say no, but she said yes. Then it came out that she backed out, but there's community notes on X now that that's not true, that she's still going. She is accusing Turning Point of a lot, and a lot of it sounds really crazy, really, really crazy. In turn, Turning Point hasn't really defended themselves well. And maybe it's because it's kind of like when you don't hit the dump button in time, you're like, all right, let's just ignore the F word that went out. If we act like it's not happening.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. But if we act like it didn't happen, then it didn't happen. So maybe, I mean, it is a strategy.
Yeah.
And the more attention you bring to the F word that got dropped, like I am, the more you remind people that you did it. So maybe that's their strategy, which I don't blame them, because, I mean, she's sounding really kooky. At the same time, you build up a lot of people asking questions when you dodge the questions and don't just address the F word head on. So sorry, JP, you got to be a little quicker. And I do want you to go back and watch your face.
Oh, I did.
Watch what I was watching as you were watching yourself and the text come in.
I had to change the camera off me because everybody was like, JP, you didn't get it. But
it's funny. But I mean, again, I don't know. I don't know how this ends. She could. Okay, what's an example? There are people out there that are very good at spin, that are very good at making rational people look and sound crazy, or oh God, I don't know. You just held up the really cool picture of Mike Durant with that giant gun that Sean Ryan put out. Okay, what did they do? They spun it that Mike Durant wanted to take away everybody's guns.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of people in Alabama fell for that. I have spent a lot of time with Mike Durant. He is very much pro-gun. He is very much pro-Second Amendment. And him holding that whatever machine gun, I don't even know what it is. He was never going to take away our guns. But there are people out there can do a really good convincing job of making people believe what they want. And maybe that's what they're doing to her. I don't know. But it's getting weird. And I hope that this goes through. Let's put them in the same room and just talk about it.
It'll be something highly watched, maybe the most watched episode for both of them. But I do think that not only with this subject in Candace, but other things that she's done in the past, in the recent past, seem crazy. So, with the Macrons.
Yep.
That's okay. Maybe people were believing her up until then. I don't know anything about
she's totally a dude.
But it's just weird. It's just a weird situation. And I am glad that they are going to just have a standoff at the OK Corral and get this out of there, because the thing that is also getting lost is not only the guy who killed Charlie, it's that it's attacking Erica and the kids. And that's the part, basically, that carries so many things that we've talked about this week. The main thing is ignored for the sidebar issues. So I hope that they're able to work out whatever's going on. And I also hope that if something is going on with Candace, that also gets worked out as well, because it just seems like she's becoming seriously unhinged.
Well, and I have a lot of thoughts on this with Candace in particular. First of all, my initial thought, which I think there's still some truth to this. I think she saw her best friend, which her and Charlie were very close for a long time, get shot graphically in front of her eyes. She had to watch that over and over. And, her show immediately the day after that happened was, heartbreaking. So I feel tremendously bad and sorry for her that she had to watch her friend go through that. And I think this may be, her denial to what actually happened and her refusal to accept the actual story is a part of her grieving process. Because as long as she's in this dogfight with TPUSA, as long as she's searching for who really did it, as long as that's time that she's not having to accept what actually happened. And I think that's part of the grieving process. I mean, denial is, I think this is her way of dealing with it, is she's going to find out what really happened to Charlie for Charlie. And because if she accepts, okay, Tyler Robinson did it, then she has to just live with that and accept it and grieve it. And I think this is part of her process of not dealing with it. But what she's doing is wreaking havoc, because she's going after the closest people to Charlie. Like you said, his TPUSA family, his actual family, everybody under the sun. And I don't trust Candace, to be honest with you, because she made a name of herself initially during BLM as a liberal. She actually was a part of a lawsuit in high school where she sued her school for, racism or something. And I think she conveniently came over to the conservative side because I think she saw herself being more profitable in that. I'm not saying that she doesn't have genuine beliefs that are conservative, but I think a lot of it was, it was politically advantageous for her to do that. So I don't trust Candace. I think she's a, how do you say it? Like a true crime journalist, sort of. Like, she's going to go deep into conspiracies. She's going to go deep down rabbit holes like the Macrons and, go where people don't want to go. And I think she thinks when people say, Candace, come on, that's crazy. That is what she's looking for, because then she goes, well, why is it crazy? I'm just asking questions. Now I want to ask even more questions. And she just goes and goes and goes and goes. But the thing that it does is, like I said earlier, that's all attention being drawn away from the actual problem. A leftist shot Charlie Kirk because he didn't like what he had to say. That's the story. And the atheism, nihilism, transgenderism, wokeism altogether led him to get a gun and kill Charlie Kirk for doing nothing. And instead of all of our attention going to dismantling the left so that something like that can't happen again, now it's, well, TPUSA, why'd you set him up? Israel, why'd you kill Charlie Kirk? Egypt, what do you? It's like we are so far off the plot. And it's really disappointing. But I think that's why Candace is the #1 podcast right now, because it's so crazy. It's like a reality TV show. So all that to say, it's unfortunate, and I hope the claims that Candace is putting out there gets put to rest by TPUSA, because that's the real way to get through it, is to just shut her down and say, no, this is why, this is wrong. And will she stop after that? I don't know, but it's unfortunate. So
yeah. It's something that could have started out well, seems to have turned into a massive grift. So who knows? But I'm just interested to see what unfolds. What is it? December 15th is the date?
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen a date. Do y'all think that the French government hired a hitman on her?
Okay, so, well,
maybe.
I've seen some people who you would think immediately would shut it down because they don't like Candace, that have said that there's some credibility to it from what they've seen. I don't know what they've seen, but I don't know whether what Candace is saying is crazy or not. If the French government actually put a hitman out for a private U.S. citizen, that's insane and needs to be dealt with. But I don't know, truthfully. I mean, the only credibility I have to it is that some people who don't like Candace are saying that there's something to it. So who knows? But
Brandon Tatum.
Yeah, Brandon Tatum being one. So I don't know, but I know for one thing, I just wish Candace would just drop it.
I worry about her kids and her husband and her family.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not in a good place. Whether it's true or it's all a lie, I don't know. But it's either way, she's in a terrible spot. Emotionally, mentally, physically. Like, I feel like she needs a hug and a vacation. Maybe Turkey or somewhere, like far away.
Yeah. Go on a cruise.
Yeah. Just put the microphone down for just a minute. And again, I mean, when you talk about Washington, D.C., you kind of get in your own little world, in your own head, and you start to think that her little podcast room that I guess she sleeps and eats and showers in, is the world and is reality. You start to lose touch when you're up in DC. You start to lose touch with reality when you can't go out in public and you can't interact as a normal human being. And it is very Kanye West. Like you're a little bit losing your mind and your grip on reality. It's kind of scary. But what makes it even harder is that like the hit on her life from the French government might actually be true. So you're like, well, I mean, if that's true, then I mean, is his wife really a dude? And maybe there's, and then maybe, and it just messes with your head. I don't know. I hope it happens. We need to have a watch party.
Okay.
Popcorn.
Man, that may be stream of the year.
It probably will be.
Maybe we're all getting played and they're in on it together.
Okay. No, I don't think that's true.
Allison.
I'm just saying.
She's just asking questions.
I'm just asking questions. It's Conspiracy Thinker Thursday, so I can say those things out loud. I don't know.
I wonder if we get Candace and Allison on a podcast together and just call it, I'm just asking questions.
Oh, my word.
I mean, I just want to know. I'm not saying I'm right. I do say that a lot. But I'm genuine in mine. I don't know if she is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because there are a lot of things. I didn't even know what sequitur meant. So there are a lot of things I don't know.
So funny.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if we have time for hot flash news. Do you want to do a Festivus for the rest of us? Little rundown. Do you have time?
Well, are we going to take a break?
We're about to take a break and we'll have like 5 minutes on the other side.
Okay. Well, we can save both of them for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And just do our exit question of the day.
Do you have some good would you rather?
Of course.
Always. Do I have some good would you rather?
Always. Okay, fine. We'll be back.
You know who you're asking?
We need to have the listeners start texting in. Like, why is it just us that have to answer the questions?
That's a good point.
Yeah, come on, people. Get your phones ready. What's the number?
833-687-4448.
There you go. No excuses. Would you rather on the other side?
Rightside Radio. I'm Amy Beth Shaver with Allison Sinclair and JP, wrapping up a Thursday. I've got the list ready for tomorrow. It is going to be a banger, so you just need to prepare yourselves. It is going to be quite a Friday. But for now, we're wrapping up quite the Thursday.
But let's tell them what's tomorrow, because I think it'll be good. We got Steve Marshall.
We have the montage. We have Hot Flash News. We have a Festivus preview. If you haven't heard the Festivus preview, and I think some of you have, it is Rand Paul, who previews all the pork that our government has spent money on over the last year. Now, he'll have a new one that comes out closer to Christmas. This is just one from last year, and it's ridiculous.
It's like, let's study the effects of cocaine on raccoons.
And be surprised. Also, and also we have JP in sports. So we have quite a Friday. Maybe we'll talk about other things. We never know.
That's the problem. Or the beauty.
It's the beauty.
We just never know.
It's the beauty.
Or Seinfeld.
Yeah. Would you rather?
Do you want to go to Would You Rather?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, give the Candace update.
Oh, yeah. So apparently there actually was a scheduling conflict from Candace because the producer that invited her on put up a tweet about a date and a time that it was going to happen. And Candace then retweeted it and claimed that they never asked her if that date or time was available for her. And there's a scheduling conflict and that she can't be there in person on that day, but she could do it virtually. She would have to cancel her show. And so I guess there is a little bit of credibility to her not being able to make it. But she hasn't said no yet, but there's already a scheduling conflict with it. So.
I would be not happy if like y'all called me and said, hey, we put you down to do the show by yourself on this day and good luck or whatever. You know, you just don't do that to people.
Yeah.
Especially in Christmas. And she's got kids.
Yeah. I don't know. I just hope it happens. I don't care if it's in person or virtual, but
I don't think it's going to happen. That's my prediction right now.
Interesting.
Why? Let's take your bet. Why doesn't it happen? Her?
Because she does this. She backs out of things. She saber rattles. I saw somebody online say that. And that's a great description. And
is
then
that like
nothing.
when you like, you've got
She's
it.
like, I'm going to do this. And then it comes time. Nothing.
You don't use a saber.
No.
What's the point?
I'd like to be wrong, but yeah.
Well, I got a deep would you rather, so I may need to go ahead and get into it.
All right, let's go.
Get your phones ready, people.
Okay.
We need your answers.
Would you rather go back to the past and meet your loved ones who passed away, or go to the future to meet your future grandchildren or grandchildren to be?
Oh, that's hard. I have
I
grandchildren.
know mine is pretty easy.
Oh, I don't want to meet them in the future because then I'll know what I'm missing out on. Probably the past.
Really?
What about you, Allison?
I'm going future. I didn't really.
I miss my grandparents. I want to talk to them again.
I'm definitely going past easy because I mean I don't want to be, if I got future grandchildren or children, I want it to be a surprise and I meet them organically. I don't want to go ahead and spoil that.
Also, if I can go way far in the past, you can learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know, like more family stories. And can we have a conversation real quick? And did you really walk up the hill, 6 miles both ways? I don't know. I have no idea. Plus, I have grandchildren and they rip your heart out because you love them so much.
Yeah.
So it's just like your kids, but like bonus kids.
But I mean, do you get to stay there with them?
Yeah.
Well, no, you just go to meet them and then I guess come back.
Oh, I couldn't handle it. I'd have to just go back because I know my I have to be like, hey.
I mean, I got a grandfather, my dad's dad, who died when my dad was 20. I never got to meet, like to meet him. I'd like to probably have one more conversation with my other grandfather. So like, that's the stuff. Yeah. Like closure stuff. I don't want to be spoiled with future.
Yeah. And I want to meet some of Chris's people too. So like I got a lot of questions. Allison still hadn't given an answer.
She said future.
Oh, future.
Yeah.
But why?
I just, nobody in my past was super cool. So I'm going future. Graham from Meridian said the past. Jeff said past.
Yeah.
Paul Bryant said past. Well, y'all are lucky. I'm hoping the future is a little better than family.
That's fair.
Hey, we are the circle of trust and honesty, right? So
we listen and we don't judge.
I hope my family's not listening. Jeez, that'd be bad. All right, tomorrow, banger show. Friday, Freedom Friday. We'll see y'all back in 21 hours or so. Y'all have a good night.